I wish to share a tale with you all. She was a genuine feminist SGD type when we spoke one time. When the conversation abruptly turned to dating, she revealed that she was single. Therefore, I inquired as to why. The response I receive: the world has run out of good men. And then she continues with the rest of the monologue. The one about how men are trash and have nothing to offer her that you've all heard before, and not treating her with the respect that she deserves. She presented a long list of qualities she values in a man, and believe me, the list was extensive. Her shouting was wearing me out. So let's reverse that, I said to her. What do you have to give them? She gave me an entirely new look, as if she had never seen me before. She almost retreated as her eyes widened, as if I had offended her. As if she had never heard of this before or pondered it herself. There are several women that share this mindset. This is only one of them. They spend the entire day lying around daydreaming about their Disney princes and putting unattainable demands on guys. This is the issue with contemporary women. This is the situation that men face in the world. Girls who have a long list of demands and physical characteristics and never once think about what they can provide the guy in exchange for all his backbreaking labor of love. They are now genuinely oblivious to their own obligations. You know, women used to maintain the home and provide meals for the men back in the day. Many working women still wish their lives were like that, according to a number of surveys. The dynamics were different back then. In exchange for a man's labor and wealth, women had something to offer. And the majority of men would agree if you went out and asked a few males if they prefer a woman who loves them and prepares delectable meals for them. In fact, males in the West would kill for a woman like her. They even have the want to put in a lot of effort and support a lady who values men. It's in our nature to do that. Men are also people, and we enjoy receiving praise and expressions of gratitude for the work we put in. Because life is difficult, even small compliments are sufficient. Unfortunately, that's not how it feels in the modern world. As a male, things are quite gloomy. If you're curious as to what truly transpired, why did women develop in this manner? Let me tell you that it didn't occur suddenly. It happened gradually. Playing the victim was always more advantageous for women. The early civil rights movements were successful in this way. The Red Pill is not opposed to those movements and respects the work done to advance women's standing. But later, feminism went too far. If a group of males had started a rights movement in history, they would have, like every other movement, been ruthlessly murdered, beaten to death, and driven from their homes. But none of that faced the woman. It's a natural instinct that keeps guys from ganging up on a woman. Women become aware of their immense influence on society. Therefore, they invented concepts like the patriarchy and the third wave of feminism. While early efforts focused mostly on securing women's rights, propaganda waves were the more recent ones. By attributing all of the world's problems on humans, we have totally altered the dynamics of the modern world. All of a sudden, men as a whole were being maligned. We were the gender of evil. The media and society as a whole began to reflect that. Women are aware that they can ignore all the societal norms that keep society stable and content in the name of principles like free speech and liberty. They began dominating the workplace, the media, and the marital system. There are now hiring quotas for women since the issue is so complicated. Non-profit organizations specifically run programs to promote female empowerment. As a response to the so-called crimes of the patriarchy, the mechanism that was once about merit is now being transformed to make space for the feminine. This idea gave women a sense of entitlement. Special genders exist. Women's Day is a standalone event. Men's Day, well, nobody really cares. Even the big corporations have joined in at this point, bombarding women campaigns with inspirational advertisements to promote their goods. The women were played at their own game without realizing it. They are being sold goods in the name of female strength and such nonsense that is thrown about these days. And the ladies are consuming them, adopting new fashions and degenerating to new heights. Every year, actresses come and go sporting new outfits and introducing more sophisticated forms of nudity, and the women gobble it all up. They are being sold the fantasy that they will become the queen, the girl who will reach out and take hold of everything. They want guys to be treated the same way as the girl who should be approached and gifted. All the superficial, money-grabbing advertisements that corporations run with their women on every billboard and TV are desensitizing to them. Their egos become overinflated before they discover that people don't function that way. Guys won't start praising her in public or treating Her Majesty to dinner simply for being there. She will receive an insult or worse in return if she treats them rudely or insultingly. No matter how hot she is, she will face legal consequences if she runs people. Women are living a fever dream that has been peddled to them for years under the guise of empowerment and self-assurance. They have used their primal drives to let the floodgates of consumerism open in their minds. The wedding market gives them happy wedding fantasies, and current actresses convince women that if they wear the same dress, they will also stroll on the street with the same confidence and their hair in the air. Huge fashion and beauty industries preyed on women's every wish. However, these are just our dreams. Skillfully constructed advertising that use psychology. Hit the correct pleasure areas with several takes and rewrites. The other irony is that people who are most outspoken about women becoming gods are also those who are most adept at using this understanding of female psychology. But the harm is already done. Most women have their heads in the clouds. She watches movies and fantasizes about the ideal date, but the guy just asked her out because he liked her and makes minimum salary. He is not a tall man of 6 feet with a square jaw. Because he didn't have 3 stylists working on his hair, it isn't flawless. And he stops giving her daily hugs and kisses since he likewise feels down, worn out, and preoccupied with work. Even he occasionally needs help when he is tired of the world. She is not that person. She is not the model she believes herself to be. A wide range of outfits that don't fit her properly, her elaborate cosmetics collection that never appears to combine, and hair that doesn't sparkle as it does on television. To be human. She is a person like us with obligations, and when she fulfills them, people love her more. However, no girl wants to take that medication. They would rather stay entitled by scrolling social media while lying in bed. Nonetheless, the worst part is not even that. All of them are unaware of their entitlement, much like the girl in my opening tale. What is even possible? She won't give in to logic. Arguments will be avoided because they display toxic masculinity. Women have barricaded themselves within impregnable bunkers and won't leave, and the men are constantly being shelled outside. So bleak is the situation. I'm done for today. Click the like button, then look after you all. In the following video, I'll see you.